Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the postgame press conference of the second round in the 2023 NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship. As a reminder, the open locker room portion for Miami has begun and will end in 7 minutes. On the dais from Miami, we're joined by head coach Katie Meyer, graduate student Destiny Harden, and senior Lola Pendande. We'll have Coach Meyer make an opening statement, followed by questions for the student athletes. Coach?
Always, I want to thank the university and Indiana for hosting this. Did a fantastic job. They're an awesome team. The crowd was phenomenal. What a great basketball environment. They absolutely affected the game. Terry's built an incredible program on the backs of, I'm sure, administrators and assistant coaches and everything else. So, and they had a phenomenal season. It was a great game. It was a good matchup for us. And then, I guess my other thought is I'm so proud of these two ladies here that are just so tough. They're warriors. They don't break. They're honorable in their loyalty. They are honorable in their loyalty to each other, to this program, and especially to me. They stand up. They take the burden, they take the weight on their shoulders, and they don't back down. And we needed every one of those characteristics I just said to even compete in this game, let alone win it. And the third thing is, I always tell my team, act like you've been there before, but we haven't. So we kind of acted foolish, and we were really happy, and we enjoyed it. Tried to be respectful and everything else. But that was a really big moment for us, and it was fun. And it was time to just let the pure joy spill out and enjoy it and take the momentum into the Sweet 16.
Raise your hand in the room and we'll get you a microphone. State your name and affiliation. And if you're on Zoom, use the raise your hand feature for questions for the student athletes.
Amanda Foster inside the hall. For either or both of you, you're the second team to knock off a number one seed in the tournament this season. What are you feeling? What does this win feel like for both of you?
Destiny, why don't you take that first?
It feels good just to keep dancing. Keep advancing, survive and advance right now. I mean, it feels really good. The game we played tonight was something that we was talking about last night, So, to get the win, I mean, it's big time over a very, very efficient team. And I just got to give my credit to Indiana because they came out and played well, too.
Lola, anything to add?
It feels amazing. It doesn't feel real still. When we were done with the game, I was like, oh, my God, I can't believe it. We're here. We're really here. So, I don't know, props to my team. The coaches did a really, really good job on the game preparation. We were locked in. We were communicating very, very well today. I felt it. I usually lose my mind, and I have my teammates having my back. They're like, okay, relax. We're up. And I'm like, okay, let's go. We got this. So, yeah, it feels amazing. It's great. It's great to be here.
Daniel Keene, CNHI Sports Indiana. Destiny, they hit that three-point shot. Do you know the ball's coming to you for that play, and what's going through your head running down the court?
When they hit the game, the tie of the game, I actually didn't know what type of play the coaches was going to have drawn up for us. It's a lot of people on my team that played good today, so everybody could have gotten that game-winning shot. But it was the exact same play as last year, so I probably should have known that it was going to come to me. But no, I just thank the coaches for trusting me, the players for trusting me, and it feels good to come through for them and send us to the Sweet 16.
Matt Seabury, Indiana Daily student. Lola, you really set the tone early for your team there, dominating inside against All-American and Mackenzie Holmes. What was kind of your strategy there, and how were you able to do so well, especially early on there?
There was no strategy. I felt confident today. My teammates were feeding me the ball. They have a lot of belief in me, which helped me to stay, confident. And it was just another player. I know she's an All-American, but I believe in myself, and I knew I could do this. So, and my teammates believed in me, most importantly. So that's why I was able to do it.
Will Foley, Indiana Daily student. For either of you, 6 quarters of basketball ago, you were down 17, and now you're headed to the Sweet 16. What changed or what clicked as a team for you guys to kind of rally and make the turnaround that you did?
Lola, why don't you take that one first?
Yeah. Down 16, we know we were a better team.
17.
17. we know we were a better team that we showed the first half against OSU. So after halftime, we just had to lock in, follow the game plan. Our defense is our identity, so we just came up and showed up. And for today's game, it's a lot of belief. We were just ready to come here, play. We've been in situations like this before with a huge crowd against us, and we stayed confident, and we had each other's back. So,
Kevin Vera, the Hoosier Network, you both led your team in scoring. I guess stylistically, what was it that allowed you guys to have success scoring the basketball?
Destiny, you want to take that one first?
I think our biggest strategy throughout the whole year was just matchups, and keep sharing the ball. Whoever has got the high hand, just keep feeding in the ball. Once you score, go back to him and keep going back to him. And there wasn't no selfish ball tonight. A lot of people scored in double figures, and you could tell that we love playing with each other, love sharing the ball to each other, and we knew that defense was going to win this game, but also putting the ball in the basket.
Lola, anything to add?
nope.
Destiny Mason Williams with thehoosier.com. I'm curious, with this game being played in such a tight window, but you guys still lead wire to wire. Indiana never leads in this game. How do you guys stay composed in that moment? How do you guys maintain that confidence you guys were talking about earlier?
Yeah, just believing in our defense. Indiana's a very efficient team on the offensive end. We got to continue to disrupt them for any chance of winning the game. And we just stayed composed offensively and defensively and never gave up on the game plan and continued to, play Miami basketball and play the way we know we can play. And that helped us win the game.
Do we have any questions on Zoom for the student athletes? Dave, go ahead.
Dave Reinhardt, WCBK Radio. Destiny, you're one of two Midwestern players on your ball club. What was it like being back in this part of the United States? Looking at your roster, a lot of players from other countries, the southern part of our United States, but you're from Chicago.
Right. It's close to home, so to do that in front of my family, it was amazing. I had a 3-year-old niece in the stands that probably don't know what's going on, why everybody's screaming, but it's just an amazing feeling to know that she's able to watch that, and my parents and my grandparents, they're able to come out and support, and I just feel the love in the stands. Even though it was 1,000 other people going against me, it felt like I had 1,000 people with me just because my family was there and also the team.
Ladies, thank you for joining us. It was a pleasure hosting your program. Congratulations and best of luck in the Sweet 16. You may return to the locker room.
Thank you.
Both locker rooms are now closed. We will now take questions for head coach Katie Meyer. If you're in the room, raise your hand, and if you're on Zoom, use the raise your hand feature, and we'll get to you if time allows.
Daniel Keene, CNHI Sports Indiana. Coach, when the buzzer goes, who's the first person you look to?
I turned to my staff. They just they killed themselves. I mean, they really did. It was a tough turnaround and so much complication to try to slow Indiana. I mean, I think we held them like 10 points below their average at home, which is crazy good defensive effort. And we debate a lot. We're in the mud together. Like, we're just there. It's just real. And they meet, and then I come in and I say, well, what about this and what about that? And they come back at me, and it's just, we have just been in it. And they've had my back all year, and they're amazing. So I know that was my first thought. And then I looked around for any player that wanted to hug me.
Coach, Lou Friedman from the Seymour, Indiana paper. In the last minute, it was a bit helter-skelter there. They got a couple chances with dwindling numbers of seconds and had good shots and missed them. Yeah. Then they tied it.
Right.
And I wondered what was going through your head at that point when they got a third
and we were debating
chance.
whether to foul up 3 with 12 seconds. 12 seconds is a lot of time, and they were really a lot taller than us in the guard position. So we kind of figured they hadn't been shooting a 3 all that well. It was a great shot. But, yeah, they missed the uncharacteristic shots. And Grace Berger has her Dirk Nowitzki pull-up. She makes that all the time. We talked about it in shoot-around. Chloe had a left-handed layup, left-handed kid. It's heartbreaking because they did what they needed to do to win the game. But I felt like we were in command the whole game. And so I never thought, I mean, even when they made it, I looked up and I said 6 seconds. 6 seconds is enough time for us to, with a timeout left. So that was the decision that we made. And then we went to a very, very good basketball player who has ice in her veins, and she hit a heck of a shot.
Coach Mason Williams with the Hoosier.com, you mentioned that Destiny just now actually has ice in her veins. I'm curious what it's like coaching her with somebody with her confidence, her shot-making ability. What's it like to coach her?
Well, I mean, the first thing she said is, "You're mad at me for missing those 2 free throws." And I was like, well, yeah, I'll be mad at you tomorrow. But because I was really surprised she missed those free throws. I was really surprised. But this environment probably caused that. Also, there were some timing issues, and I felt like, it was kind of, that was really hectic too, like going to the table all the time when you're free throw. That was just tough for us. She also got that big rebound and kind of got the ball to Haley so that we could get those free throws. So Des, when we beat Louisville in the ACC tournament on this dramatic comeback, it's the exact same play, the exact same play, same shot, and she hit it. So I talked the other day about competitive memory and having a competitive memory, and that was a really good memory. And Fitz, my assistant coach or my associate head coach, came over to me and he was like, I don't want to tell you the play call, but he's like, and I was like, yeah, why not? Why not? It just was a little, that's a play that left time on the clock. That was my only doubt. I wasn't sure if we wanted to give them a chance to do something if we had missed it. But Destiny Harden. She also scored her 1,000th point today, which is amazing. So.
Seth Tao at the Daily Hoosier. Coach, your team came in right away from the opening tip and took control of the game. You were playing so physically on both ends and just making life really tough on them. What was your game plan for this IU team that kind of led to that start you had in the first half?
Well, I mean, the decision was, do you go and press, right? Or do you just try to push them off the three-point line? Just push 4 feet. And we kind of went with that decision a little bit more than our zone presses, just because we figured, and we hedged ball screens, and we that burned us later on. But early on, when we were pushing them off, we were able to recover in time. So that was a lot of high pressure, but more of a half-court deal. And that was a big decision. That was one of those in-the-mud debates we had. But I thought our guards did a really nice job on that. And so, we tried to get Grace to turn her back. A lot of times she was, with her back to the basket trying to run an offense, and I thought that was really key for us.
We'll go to Zoom and Tim Reynolds. Tim, go ahead.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Kate. How fitting is it that to win these 2 games by a combined 3 points, everything you've been preaching for as long as you've been here about being tough and having a tough team, and I know you won't say it, but a team that sort of follows your lead on the toughness front. Just to win a game by 1 and 2, what's that say about the collective toughness of that group?
Right. I thank you. They are tough, and there was no panic. And, I saw a little bit of a shoulder drop when they hit the 3 to tie it. And I was like, wait a minute. Like, that was my personality came out. I was like, there's 6 seconds left. We have the ball at Indiana. Goes, why are we pouting? Like, if I'd have told you this yesterday, you'd be like, yay, let's go. So they kind of shook them up a little bit. A lot of faith. We talk about faith a lot. I'm not religiously. I'm talking about faith, which is just confidence with a lot of patience, and we needed it. There was a lot of reasons. Your confidence can kind of come and go, but faith has some patience to it, and I thought we were very faithful tonight.
We have time for a couple more. If you're on Zoom, use the raise your hand function. If you're in the room, raise your hand and we'll get you a mic.
Kevin Vera, the Hoosier Network. Coach, in that third quarter, Indiana outscored you guys 19-8, and they were kind of able to get a little bit of momentum,
right,
I guess, at the start of the fourth quarter. What did you tell your team? How confident did you feel going into those final 10 minutes?
Same thing. I think we were still up 3, right, going into the fourth? Is that close to right? Yeah. The same speech I said with 6 seconds left. I said, if I told you we're up 3 after playing it, a very frustrating third quarter, and we're still up 3 going into the fourth, and all we got to do is close this game. Would you take it? And they said, yeah, we'd take it. I go, well, that's the reality. Let's go. So I thought that was really important. We ran some really, really specific plays, and so did Indiana. Oh, my gosh. They got us on a lot. Really good coaching by them. But when you run a specific play that you rehearsed, that you talked about, that you had them visualize and film and really talk through it, and it works, you just really have a lot of belief. And that happened. We did a really nice job tonight of executing.
We'll go back to Zoom and Nancy Armour.
Hey, Katie, congratulations.
Thank you.
You said that you tell your team to act like they've been here before. What does this mean to your program to do this? First time, I think, since '92. And also yesterday, when you had talked about Miami and Indiana playing in both the men's and the women's tournaments, you said, just hope that Miami can get 2, and now you have. What do these 2 games mean for Miami as well?
Right, yeah. First of all, I mean, you always the Sweet 16, Miami has gone before. I think there weren't 64 teams, though. So I think it was only a one win, which I'm very proud of the history. But I think it was like that. So to win 2 and to win it in such, I mean, I'm from Illinois. This place, the basketball that's been played in this, I mean, it's emotional. I mean, basketball runs deep in my family, I told you, and to beat them here with that great crowd, and for it to mean so much to my team, and to be able to do that is incredible. So it's a first for a lot of reasons. And then for our university, I mean, our men's program, we're close. We watched them last night, and not all together, some of us did, but like we compete, we put win-loss on the board. We talk about in the training room, it's like who they got next. Okay, when we talk like, oh, you're going to win? Okay, well, you should have hit that shot, So it's really cool. Are we the only university that has 2 teams in the Sweet 16, both teams? I don't know that. Are we? If that's true, think about that. Think about that, if that's true. Miami. You don't think basketball right away when you think about Miami. If we are the only school and I'm not sure it's true, but if we are the only school that has both teams in the Sweet 16, all right, everybody take notice. Take notice. And that's a credit to the university, to the leadership, to the administration, to everybody. I'm really proud of our men's team. I'm really proud to represent this university.
Coach, it was a pleasure hosting your program. Congratulations and best of luck in the Sweet 16.
Thank you.